Ladies and gentlemen, Pancake here. Welcome to the Daily Update. Hope you guys had a good day trading today. Market is up 1.4% there. On the S&P Nasdaq, up 1.6%. Semiconductor continues to lead the market, and it's been doing pretty much the entire year. 2.7% positive today. Dow lagged a little bit, but 1% nonetheless. Same with the small caps there. Transport, same. Banks, also energy up 2%. Only red print we see today in the biotech sector. 1% negative there. Healthcare, home builders up a little, up about 1% or more. Utilities up 0.5%. Retail 1.10. Emerging market 0.5% positive there. Bitcoin is up a little bit along with the gold, silver, miners. Dollar pretty much flat. Oil up and treasury bond flat. VIX down a little bit. Let's look at this S&P 500 ETF. Spider. 65-minute chart here. So this is where we closed on Thursday. Right? And then we opened up right here this morning. We gapped up, and you can see the first hour thrust to the upside there. And then ever since then, we've just been marching higher. There's a second hour, third hour, fourth hour, fifth hour. It looks like fifth hour is the only hour we see that shooting star candle there. We're not able to advance that hour out of all the hours today. And you might be wondering, why is that red dotted line is over there? I'm going to show you in a little bit. That's the rising pivot, and that's why it looks like on the fifth hour market is kind of aware of that level. In the sixth hour, the last hour, we pushed through it. And can you imagine this number? 477 on Spider. Just about a year and a half or so ago, Spider was trading at 200s, 220s or so, 218 at this lowest during COVID March. And let's zoom out here though. Kind of check out that oscillator, not oscillator, I meant the pivot here. You can see why that fifth hour, a little bit of a pullback there is the pivot, right? That's prior support, and then a prior resistance, and a resistance, and looks like we're breaking. I want to keep in mind though, this pivot going all the way to what? Going all the way to like November. So this pivot's been around for about 2 months or so, right? Actually not 2 months. This is a late November, so about a little more than a month. So kind of a midterm rising pivot here, and we are breaking above it, but because the nature of this market where it was around 450s, we pretty much went straight up vertical, almost 90 degrees to the upside. We pretty much seen the parabolic move here. So we might see some shenanigans in this vicinity where we see that rising pivot here. It might look like it's going to move higher, and then it kind of maybe come back down. Should there be any kind of shenanigan going into tomorrow, I giving you 472. That's the prior peak swing high there, all-time high level 473. That's going to be the level of support. If the market really wanted to make things a little bit more hectic and a little bit more downside, 470, that's a gap area that just opened up, so maybe bears want to retest that. But if we see like a further move to the upside and then come back down, this pivot could act as that support, right? So it'll be better for the bulls if you want to utilize this pivot as that support. It'll be better if you can kind of go up further up and then pull back and then utilize this as kind of support a couple times before going to like 480s or 490s. But let's say if this thing kind of gets up a little bit and pulls right back in, well, that could potentially be like a micro term, you know what I mean? Like a little trap there before this thing getting right back in, and then 473 to 470. So let's check out that oscillator and see if we can extract any more information. So what kind of a pancake pattern is? I don't know if we've seen anything like that in the last 4 or 5 months. There's a few times, nothing this flat though, nothing this flat. You can see there's a little move here, and then even this one, there's a little move. This one's pretty flat. I think this is the first time we're seeing this oscillator as flat as it's going to get. You can see this thing is just flattened out as much as it can, pretty much moving side. And come on, the oscillator is designed to oscillate, right? That's what they call it, oscillator. And it ain't oscillating, man. It's just sideways. And with that straight up move, and because it hit over time, we talked about this, right? It hit overbought level, but instead of, you know what I mean? What it did though was it hit all the way to the top of his band. And then a lot of times when it happens, remember we talked about the last week's video, when it happens, it shows strength. And with that, a market just been tearing to the upside and just been marching higher every single day. And so we just continue to have to give benefit of the doubt, especially when the oscillator is just being adamant, come back down. So, you know, when you see something like, definitely the market, there's a strength here. There aren't any sellers. And with that, it's just buyers are just marching and marching high, even though that oscillator is hitting that overbought level. We're just making that oscillator move sideways and just keep. And how long could it continue? I don't know. See, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know how long. And sooner or later, muscle, is it going to come down at some point? Of course it's going to come down at some point. It's not going to go up forever. If you actually think that this market is going to go up forever, well, yeah, you shouldn't be trading. So let's just understand that, you know, this market is in this momentum. So the benefit of the doubt goes to buyers. But we're at a level that there could be some kind of shenanigan at the same time, just because, you know what I mean? We got that kind of the rising pivot in that vicinity. We are overbought. But when you see the oscillator flattening out like this, it means strength, not weakness, strength. That means any kind of decline is happening. It is happening because the market wants to cultivate that higher low before it can make that higher high. I'm continuing to have my 2021 December invitation. It's gonna be expiring this on Sunday evening at twotradersclub.com. After that, there are probably not going to be any other special promotion. Probably not until next winter, I think. Sometimes I get something like this going is during summertime, if there's opportunity. But you know, we got 6 days, 6 hours to go here. If you've been thinking about you know, joining Traders Club here, and there's all the things that you know, things that you might get with your membership here. So keep that in mind. But you know what? I'm going to come back for you, right? We're going to reassess the situation. Enjoy your evening. Good trading tomorrow.